Hi guys and welcome back to Football Manager 2019 here with Rangers. We're about to take on St Mirren in our Cup semi-final, but first of all, holders Celtic take on Inverness Cali Thistle at Hampden. Is there any possibility of an upset from the lower league side? Let's see, where do they lie in their league at the moment? They're third, they're doing okay. 3 wins, 6 draws and 1 loss. Bloody hell, Ross County running away with that lead, 9-1-0. That's pretty nuts. Ross County definitely coming up then. But Inverness doing okay, but I expect Celtic to smash them. Pardon me, expect Celtic to smash them here. There it is, 3-0, Edward, Griffiths and Sinclair. And if we want to win this cup, we're going to need to beat Celtic for it. St Mirren to handle first, of course. But Celtic are going through to the final. We need to try and set up an Old Firm final and then possibly beat them in said final. I'm interested that Sven Van Beek there, or Van Beek, however you would say this, is actually possibly available. He's a very decent player, handy player. Can't afford him this season, of course, but a good ball-playing defender, maybe going forward into season 2. And what about Hestad here, Erik Hestad, 23-year-old attacking midfielder from Norway. Looks okay, doesn't look that great, but a possible option to keep in the old back pocket. Oh crap! I just did the tactical briefing there for the defensive counter-attacking strategy, but I'm sure we'll be fine. I'll just adjust it now. Back to controlling possession. Clear the team selection. We'll select the team. We'll go with Fodringham. We will go with Flanagan. In the middle here, we'll go with Connor Goldson. Alongside Ross McCrory can play there at the back today. On the left, we'll go with Wallace. Middle of the park, Jack can play. Alongside Koulibaly. On the right hand side, it will be Candeas. In the middle, Kenny McLean coming in. And on the left will be... Do you know what? I'll give Kent a wee rest and I'll play Glenn Middleton on the left. And the striker up top, I'm going to start Kyle Lafferty today. So the bench will be McGregor, Macaulay, Houston, Barisic, Rossiter, Graham Dorrans, Ryan... Well... Okay, I'm going to have to pick Dorrans or Rossiter. I'll go with Rossiter, I suppose. And it'll be Kent and Morelos on the bench. I'd like to put Maratovic on the bench in an ideal world, but we need Morelos there just in case Lafferty doesn't fire today. We should be able to see off St Mirren. It's a basic 4-4-2 from them. They're a decent side, but nothing more. We deserve to be in the final. Let's make it happen. Celtic dispatching lower league opposition to get to the final yesterday. We have to dispatch pretty much lower league opposition in St Mirren. We've nicked it already with Middleton. Almost finds Candeas. A decent searching ball out to the wide right hand side there, but couldn't quite pick it up. And the opening 10 minutes, controlling possession stats here, but not much created. Same for 20 minutes as McGuinness clips it in. McGinn's free and Stephen McGinn gives an unexpected lead to St Mirren. That's not what we needed. Need to step it up a bit. There'll need to be half-time changes if we don't get back into it before the break. It doesn't look like we are going to create absolutely nothing. Lafferty up front has been an absolute donkey with a 6.5. McLean still disappointing. Hasn't hit the ground running whatsoever. And it looks like it's going to be 1-0. Oh, maybe not. McGinn throwing it to McGuinness. Finds Willock. Well blocked. Goldson over the top. Lafferty won't get there. Coulson to Willock, over the top again, got to be Fodringham's, there we go, we'll start from the back. I'll just roll it out there to McCrory, you'd think. Nope, goes the other side to Goldson, that's fine as well. Forward to Candeas, off to Jack. Flanagan now got Candeas ahead of him, goes all the way forward, Lafferty's in, and it's an easy save in the end for Rodgers. It's a terrible finish. A corner from Wallace, goes deep as Willock gets it away. And it does now look like it'll be 1-0 at half time. At least we created something. No, maybe not. Wallace's throw, Koulibaly keeping the pressure on. It's switched to Flanagan. Opens up a bit for him. Cuts it to Jack. Has a deflected shot and it breaks for Candeas. And it will be 1 apiece at the break. Thank God for that. It was a bit of a messy goal. Bit of a scrappy goal. But he finishes it well when it falls to him. Lafferty has been absolutely dreadful today up front. Not happy with the performance whatsoever out there today. I'm going to throw on Morelos there because we can't risk losing this game. Do we want to change anybody else? Not really, no. I'll keep everybody else the same, but we need more of a focal point up front, as Lafferty's been really poor. I think we maybe need to change their roles up front. You know, I wanted to leave this tactic exactly as it is, sort of pre-made, just to see how it gets on, just to see how it functions and plays. I think we might need to change the role of the striker, as McGuinness whips it in and Alfie Jones heads it in. It is 2-1 St Mirren who reclaim the lead. Not good. 2 crosses into the box today. That comment on our last video about crosses always resulting in goals, I kind of responded in saying that I've not noticed it much of an issue, but today it's been a horrible issue. 2 goals conceded, both from crosses. Okay, we'll play the rotational side today, but shouldn't be conceding like that. We're going to bring on Barisic and we're going to bring on Kent. We're going to go very attacking. The directness can be slightly more direct. The tempo is going to be much, much higher. No time wasting, of course. In transition, counter, distribute quickly. Intensity has to be higher. Let's engage them higher as well and get stuck in. Need to be a lot more aggressive now with only 20 minutes left. Shout at them and get forward. It'd be nice to be able to go 2 up now, but we can't. As McGuinness is going to deliver another cross. No, he's going to shoot this time and he's clipped the bar. Majority of the chances today went to St Mirren. Has to be said. And it's another cross. McGuinness deep, Barisic across, and Baird gets it wide. And from throwing the ball into the box today, they've been absolutely lethal. What's Goldson? 191 centimetres. McCrory's 183. Right, Goldson's going to be the man. He's going to go up top with Morelos, play as the target man, and we're just going to launch it. In possession. Where are we? Passing directness much higher. How can we not do pump ball into the box? That's not very good. I don't know, that's a bit weird, but there you go. Not a lot else we can do. It looks like we're going out here in the semi-final. Howler of a result. Absolute howler of a result. We've paid for rotating. We really have. Flanagan to McLean. Is there a late chance here? Goldson, Koulibaly out left. Barisic has to be the perfect cross. Whipped in. Too high. Flanagan should have moved it quicker to Candeas. Jack to Flanagan again. Can he get a ball in? Nope. And it's over. Oh my days, that stings. We can't trust the rotational players, it seems. It really seems like we can't trust them. A lot of the boys in this squad just no cutting the mustard. The main team hasn't lost at all in the league this season. In fact, that's our... well, not in the league, but domestically. That's our first loss all season domestically. And it comes when we're giving boys a chance. It's no good enough. Well, that's the chance is over. No more of these guys are going to get opportunities. They just can't be trusted. I'd rather Houston on the bench than Wallace. Aye, pretty much everybody else just needs to get shipped out in January. We've got the main team, we've got a couple of subs who are sort of okay. But that was pathetic. Celtic away at Dens against Dundee. Any hope that Dundee do anything to damage them and lift their spirits a wee bit? Come on, throw us a bone. Nah, 2-1. Griffiths with a 77th minute winner. They move back to the top of the league, 2 points clear of us. At least we are 4 clear of Hibs with 1 in hand. At least second place should be absolutely secure this season, bearing any calamity going forward. But that really stings to go out to St Mirren in that way. It's because we rotated. I mean, I'm absolutely paying the price for that, but we should still be able to rotate. and beat St Mirren. Otherwise, the rotational boys just aren't good enough. Which certainly seems to be the case. Aye, right, Pellegrini. Aye, hold on, we'll go and sign him. £1.4 million wonder kid. Let's go get him. Right, Ryan Jack's not going to be able to play today. Obviously, Ajaria's not able to play either. Kenny McLean just has to step it up because he's not been good enough. I'm actually going to let him know that. Or will I drop him back and see if he plays better deeper? We'll give him that deeper role today and we'll throw Middleton on there. Jack off the bench for Rossiter just because there's an injury. And I suppose we'll go with this. So we'll go with McGregor, Flanagan, Goldson, Katic, Barisic, McLean, Koulibaly, Candeas, Middleton, Kent, Morelos. McLean better not let me down today. This is one of those situations where he's getting into the team purely based on the fact that I signed him and I don't want him to be a disappointment. Absolutely need to see a reaction today. Need to be winning this game, going back to the top of the league. Keep the pressure on Celtic. Barisic's corner stood up, attacked by Koulibaly, 1-0. Praise, well done. There's two players who didn't get starting in the cup scoring. Candeas, there you go for 2. Well, at least there's been a reaction. 2-0 up after about 10.5 minutes. Of course, the league is the main course. I don't care about losing the cups, even in such humiliating fashion, as long as we do the business in the league. So over the top for Morelos. Can he make it 3? Of course he can, with a delicate little chip. Not even 15 minutes gone. And that was Kent to Morelos. 2 other players who didn't play in the cup. Well, that's me well and truly told, do not rotate this team. Kent picks up an injury. Right, I'll bring Rossiter on for Kent, move Middleton out wide, move McLean up to an attacking midfielder, move Rossiter back to play alongside Koulibaly. McGuinness laying it off to McGinn, the two of them clearly the danger men for St Mirren. McGuinness filled in the box for a pen, of course. Koulibaly, the scorer of the first goal, gives it away. And it's McGregor versus Mullen. Mullen scores 3-1. Glimmer of hope for St Mirren. We've not actually created that much. We've only had, what, 6 shots to their 3. It's not as if we've been absolutely hammering them. We've just been clinical with our efforts. We should go into half-time 3-1 up. That should be more than enough to see the game out. Actually, Barisic's corner, flicked by Morelos just onto the bar. Thought we were never going to make it 4 there, but oh, we still might. Barisic's delivery again. Challenges, breaks it across goal. Morelos, it's too tight, hits the post and goes out. But Barisic's ability to deliver the ball today has been absolutely mind-boggling. What a cross for the corner. Great cross there for the free kick. It's so key to the way we play. The delivery from Barisic on the set plays. Look, we're very pleased. Very pleased. We're winning. We're playing a lot better than we have done previous games. Flanagan's actually going to come off for Houston just now. Pardon me. Koulibaly into the book. I think I'm going to bring Arfield on for McLean. McLean with another disappointing game, it has to be said. Oh, no, I'm not, because I'm going to have to bring somebody on for Barisic. Ugh, nobody can actually play in Barisic's position. Nikola Katic sort of can, so I'm going to bring Macaulay on and shunt Katic out to the wing-back position. Only 25 minutes to go. We should be seeing it at 3 points without much bother. It's no exactly making up for the loss in the cup, but at least we're still going in the league undefeated. Katic lays it off to Kenny McLean. Rossiter now. Koulibaly, Katic out wide, available again. Back to Koulibaly, Rossiter, McLean. Hit one, son. Nah, lays it out wide, gives it away to Smith. Clearance is going to be picked up by Koulibaly, but it's another piece of poor play by McLean in this move. Koulibaly, Rossiter, Koulibaly again, cycling it around nicely. Katic obviously doesn't have the type of crossing Barisic does. Rossiter, Koulibaly, Katic, back to Koulibaly, Rossiter. We're just spraying the ball around now, try to tire them out. Look for an opening. It's into McLean. Hits one. It's poor. It breaks for Morelos after a poor pass back. It's his 15th goal of the season. 50 goals for the career now. 4-1 up. We're definitely going to get the 3 points today. Could we get a fifth? Katic to McLean. Lovely play to get on to the end of it. McLean, a little lag in the gameplay there. McLean absolutely clattered there as the ball is cleared away. It's picked up by Mullen. Out wide to Smith. Taking on Houston. Goes over the top. Brock Madsen's completely lost his man, but it's an easy save for Alan McGregor in the end. Some shocking defending there though. It looks like it will end 4-1. The humiliating defeat, of course, in the Cup. Somewhat avenged now with 3 points here away from home. But it does still sting, and we've basically handed Celtic a free trophy. They will absolutely paste St Mirren in that final. It's a 4-1 victory, 3 points in the bag, but we just want to move on quickly from that defeat in the Cup. Want to get playing Real Betis, hopefully manage to beat them and put the squad in a bit more of a positive footing morale wise. So listen, that's a really poor result there against St Mirren. We'll try and move on as quickly as possible. As I say, the 3 points keep us top of the league. When are Celtic playing that game in hand anytime soon? No, they've got Hearts next Saturday, but it's at Celtic Park, so they'll win. In fact, that will be the game in hand because we don't play for quite a long time now, and they'll be playing Livingston as well. So at home to Hearts is actually their game in hand. Oh, they play it tomorrow. Do you know what? Let's go. Let's watch that. The game in hand actually must have been the game against Dundee midweek there. That must have been the game in hand. Obviously, they look like they have a game in hand now, but that's just because we were the Friday game and they're the Saturday game. But we'll see what happens at Celtic Park tomorrow. I would imagine they would reclaim the summit, go 2 points clear. But you never know. Hearts might give us a surprise. We're second in goals scored, we're second in goals conceded, and we're second probably in the table if Celtic can hold. Yep, there you go. They held serve at home, 5-2. Mitchell on goal, 2 goals from Ayer, 1 from Benkovic and 1 from this Enesiri guy. Where did they get him? He's on loan from Leganesh. Really? Does look a decent player, it has to be said. 8 goals and 13 for them in all competitions. Well, listen, that is us now second in the league with all the games and everything being equal. We're 2 points behind Celtic. We've just been dumped out the Cup. On the positive side, we're still in it in the Europa League. We've got 2 losses and 1 win, so we're only 3 points off the top. We're 1 behind Fenerbahce, we're 1 behind Real Betis, but we've played 2 games away from home so far, so we have 2 at home. We actually have 2 on the bounce at home now. We need to pick up 6 points against Betis and Fenerbahce before we finish away to Sporting, in which game we're probably going to get 0 points. So listen, thank you guys for joining me. I hope you've found some sort of enjoyment out of this one, although you're probably pulling your hair out watching that St Mirren game there. I tried rotating, I tried giving some of the boys a chance, but I just feel that they're just not good enough, a lot of them. I mean, if we have a wee look, I'm going to round up this video in just a wee second, but I want to really look at some of these players. I mean, Andy Halliday just isn't good enough. He's a backup player, 300 grand he's worth. Get rid of him as soon as we can. Lee Wallace at this point, 160 grand, out of contract next summer, he'll be leaving then. Even like some McCrory, I just don't think he's ready. 2.5 star player, could definitely develop, but no good enough to be playing games for us. Graham Dorrans, 1.7 million, 2.5 stars though, he'll need to be moved on. This Grezda guy, I'm not convinced by. Muratovic, I still think we can make something of Muratovic, but he needs more game time, which I'm now hesitant to give him, considering rotating hasn't worked recently. And Kenny McLean looks like I bought a dud, to be honest, it really does. Nonetheless, as I say, we'll be moving on next time. In fact, for the next 4 games we're at home, we've got Real Betis, Motherwell, Livingston and Fenerbahce all coming to Ibrox within the next month before we see out November. So listen, I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Sucks to lose to St Mirren, but it just goes to prove everything on this channel is real. I do not scum save. I do not replay things that don't go our way. If it doesn't go our way and we get our arse handed to us, that's just how it goes, unfortunately. We'll be back next season to try and win the League Cup. Got to the semi-final, which, you know what? If we're being brutally honest with ourselves, we'd probably have lost the final to Celtic anyway. So it doesn't really matter all that much in my opinion. The Cup's on me high on the priority. It's all about league action and try to see if we can make any kind of dent at all in Europe. So I'm not going to prattle on for too much longer. Just want to thank you guys for joining us. If you've enjoyed, please do drop down below and leave a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel to follow the rest of the series. And I'll see you next time for Real Betis and Motherwell.